This video, much like my 3-day-old hair, is not going to be perfect. What it is going to be is done because I really want to go to Target today and I have to stop procrastinating making videos. Hey guys, welcome back to Simply Bentley. Recently, I started reading the book Do It Scared by Ruth Suka. It's pretty interesting. The whole book is about fear. She actually commissioned this study where they sent out and surveyed like 4,000 people and then had a bunch of scientists help, analyze the data of what they got back. What they found out was that people generally fit into 7 different fear archetypes. And she has this quiz about, that teaches you what your archetype is of fear. And of the 7, so the different types are the procrastinator, the rule follower, the people pleaser, the outcast, the self-doubter, the excuse maker, and the pessimist. And when I originally looked at these, I was like, oh, definitely, 100% people pleaser, rule follower. Like, that's gonna be my top fears for sure. Because each of them have different qualities, like good qualities and bad qualities that kind of make up this fear. But I took the test and then I actually got the expanded results and I was shocked. My number 1 fear type is the procrastinator. But that didn't really make sense to me because I produce high quality work, I do a ton of research, and I get things done. So don't procrastinators generally not get things done? That's what I thought. So according to her book, the procrastinator archetype struggles most with fear of making a mistake, which often manifests itself as a fear of commitment or a fear of getting started. Because she is terrified of making the wrong move, the procrastinator looks for and often finds any number of perfectly legitimate reasons not to begin or to try at all. There were lots of reasons that I had kind of stepped away from YouTube for a while, and as I read this, it grabbed me and it guilted me. Stop trying to make it perfect. I have right now 2 filmed videos sitting on my laptop that are not perfect videos, but they are filmed, and one of them I started to edit, and there was a local controversy about our weatherman getting fired that made it all the way to the Washington Post. And that was to our local Springfield, Illinois news station. Made it all the way to the Washington Post, filmed a video about it, could have really probably gotten some attention on it because it was a very hot topic around here for a while, but I just didn't because it wasn't good enough, it wasn't perfect, there was something wrong with it, and my fear was holding me back. And so if you feel like there's something you should be doing or something you're making an excuse not to do, I highly recommend picking up this book. I'm not even through it yet. I'm actually just getting onto chapter 8, which is about thinking big. Yeah, part 2 is the principles of courage, and that starts at chapter 8, which is about thinking big. So I am just getting into this book, but even just taking the fear assessment and figuring out what does hold me back, because I admit I do not like to make mistakes. I don't like for things to not be right or perfect or correct. And I think I'm probably going to go ahead and edit the other video that's currently sitting on my laptop and get that one out, because that one's actually about how I made this channel, because I want to prove to people that you don't have to have a perfectly hygge living room in order to practice self-care, and you don't have to look or act or a morning routine like your favorite YouTuber to practice self-care. But again, that video wasn't perfect, and so it's been sitting there on my laptop just kind of waiting. This is my imperfect video because right now I am committing to done is better than perfect, because perfect is not going to happen no matter how hard I try. But the point is that I am ready to just do things, and they don't have to be perfect right now, and that's okay. And so I really highly encourage, I'm gonna link the assessment below so that if anybody wants to figure out their fear archetype and see what the characteristics are and the positives and the negatives, I'll link that below. You can like, because I bought the book, I was able to get like premium results. So I got my top 3, which again were really interesting. My number 2 is definitely People Pleaser. That one was gonna be in the top 3. It was given. My number 3 though was Outcast, which was pretty interesting. So a lot of interesting insight, and really all of it did seem fairly accurate. And I'm not sponsored or promoted or anything like that. I just really am enjoying this book and the insight that it's given me, and also kind of the little smack on the back, like, get out there and do it. It's time. So for any of you who are struggling with fear or struggling to want to get things done, I will leave that assessment below and you guys can take it, see what you learn about yourself, but see what you can do to overcome your fear based on what you learn about your fear archetype. So I'm so glad to see you guys. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I will see, no, not hopefully, I will see you next week for another video. See you later. And I told myself I couldn't go to Target until this was done, so now I'm going to Target, y'all.